Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Here we are, Alex the Flow Bro, day 32 of our language learning journey. Our journey to learn as many languages as we can because we love languages, if you haven't already figured it out yet. So for the past 30 days, we've been cracking on with this language. I know it's inverted. Hopefully I will fix that in a post, but it's Greek. We started off with Greek and we want to get to ideally fluency or conversational fluency, a B2 level between the next 6 to 9 months. That's our target. And we're going to do that with only 30 minutes of studying a day, but the consistency is what's going to get us there. I do believe that. And if you guys haven't noticed already, we have completed the 30 days of Pimsleur, Modern Greek Level 1, and now we're on to Linguaphone. Now Linguaphone is very similar to Asami in that the style of teaching is very big brain, very smart. See, they want to teach you languages through immersion, through listening to lots of sentences and through making connections yourself. And as you can see here, I've just got this little book here just to give you a feel of, Linguaphone, what it looks like as a brand. But the way we're going to learn each lesson is very simple. We've got these two books here, guys. One of them is called The Handbook, and the other one, it has no words on it. It actually has Hellenic Sira, something like that, I think, in Greek. So how does Linguaphone work? Because it literally, if you saw the unboxing, there was like 5 books in it yesterday. And it's a USB stick as well. It's a real mess. Like, it's quite confusing. That's something they need to work on in terms of explaining it to people. But I figured it out. So we plug the USB into my laptop, and we're going to go through the lessons one by one. Each lesson is on this book here. Right, each lesson is on this book, so you'll follow along by reading and listening at the same time. And then to clear up points of confusion and to point you in the right direction and give you some good context, whatever it may be, as in context of the lesson, what it's going to teach you, bits and bobs throughout the lessons, I guess. That's what the handbook is for. So you need both of them open at the same time. Interesting. Also, I forgot to mention, guys, I've got a mic now. Check me out. Hopefully the quality of the audio is 10 times better. Doesn't take away from the fact that my voice is a bit annoying. But yeah, we're looking more legit now, guys. Obviously, the background could do a bit of work. It's quite bland. But we're here to learn Greek at the end of the day. So we're gonna get right into lesson 1. Also, as you can see, I only have one earphone in because I've lost like 95% of the hearing in this ear. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Obviously, I'm quite concerned and need to go to see a doctor. But Greek and language learning, it waits for no one. Even a 95% impaired audio ear capability. That didn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. We got to keep going. So we've got the one earpiece in here, and thankfully this ear still works, so we can still learn Greek. But yeah, guys, let's get right into lesson 1. I'm gonna do it on my phone, so I've transferred the files onto my phone, so I can connect the AirPod up to my phone. So phone should be appearing on the screen now, and you can just see they're literally just like tracks like that. And we're going to start off with track 1 there, track 01 alphabet. And quite obviously, it's the alphabet that they're going to start off with. So here's just a bit of a description. This is the handbook again, with the other book here. The handbook says this about lesson 1. At the beginning of the recording for this section, you will hear the complete Greek alphabet. You will find the alphabet in written form, in the nearest equivalent English spelling, the alphabet booklet, and at the beginning of the textbook in Greek letters. So listen to the recorded alphabet a number of times and learn it by heart, following the instructions in the alphabet booklet. So we're going to do that, guys, right now. Let's go. Alphabeta K. Get the actual book now, guys. Alphabito. Alpha is A. Vita is B. Notice it's pronounced with a V. Gamma is G. Delta is D. Epsilon is E. Zeta, Z. Eta is H. Or it's an E sound, I guess. It just looks like a H on the alphabet. Theta, TH. Iota is like an I sound. Kappa is K. Lambda is L-ish, L sound. Mi is M. Ni is N. Xi is X, sort of sounded word. Omicron is O. P is pi. Rho is R or P sounds. Sigma is S. I'm going to decrease my screen, guys, for you, so you've got that lovely views there. Taf is T. Ypsilon is Y. Phi is like a PH sound. Chi, it's like a kind of a XCHC sound. C, I guess, is an S sound. and omega. It's like a O sound. That was it, guys. Lesson 1. Very, very simple. I think we just crack on with lesson 2, guys, because that was it. Let's try to remember it though. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mi, ni, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, taf, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. That's about it, guys. Yeah. So alphabet is alright. It's a bit different. Obviously, we've done 30 days of Greek, so we kind of know some of these letters you might think are pronounced a certain way, but they aren't. For example, delta. You would think that delta is the D sound, but it's actually a TH. Delta. Something to note. So we're going to get into lesson 2. What does the handbook say about lesson 2? Let's have a look. Lesson 2. Vowels and diphthongs. Okay, this sounds really tough. Don't know what that means. Next, you hear recordings of the Greek vowel sounds and diphthongs, followed by examples of commonly used words in which these sounds are heard. There are only 5 vowel sounds in Greek, all of which are easy to produce. However, that in general Greek, vowel sounds are not as long as their stressed English counterparts. On the other hand, unstressed vowels are more clearly pronounced in Greek than in English, and they maintain their full value in all positions in a word. There's a lot of reading, guys. Quite a chunky chapter about vowels and diphthongs. Yeah, it's quite dense. Some interesting things to point out in the language, guys. The I sound in Greek never sounds like sit or night, but always rather much shorter form of ea, as in seat. So e, like an e sound, like phile or philos, you know, like brothers or friends even. The O and the omicron. So the O and the omicron also represent exactly the same sound. Doesn't sound like the O in road. Sounds like the O in not. So like oh. I think the fact that Greek vowel sounds are not as long as their English counterparts, as in the sound of the vowel doesn't go on for as long. That's why the language feels faster, because the vowels are just quicker, shorter. So you just speak faster. Interesting. Okay, let's crack on with lesson 2. We've read that little section of text on lesson 2. Very, very, very dense, very confusing. But it's okay. We're trying to learn the language properly now. It's a bit more thorough, this course, so I like it. I'm okay with it. Alright, lesson 2. I'll find it. I'm gonna crack on with it. Let's go. Foninda, diphthongi, mama, Maria. That's the sound. Elinas, yinek, ne. All have that sound. I is phili, phili, esi, iste, lipon. All have that E sound. Now for O, proto, parakalo, monotonos. Pu, yasu is the U sound. Oi, roloi, ai, sai. Okay, very interesting. So, as alluded to in the handbook, the guide, certain words are pronounced and certain vowels and diphthongs are pronounced certain ways. You just got to remember that when you're going into learning the language. But of course, I think that comes with time. So we're not going to think too much about this, to be honest, guys. We're going to go right into lesson 3, I think. I think the best idea is to actually have both books open at the same time. I don't want to be flipping through both, you know. How do I keep both open? I don't know. Actually. Like this, I think. Let's stick it under the laptop. Here we go. So yeah, number 3, consonants, guys. I hope you're still with me. I know this is dense and we know we're just getting started, but you know, we've got to start from somewhere. So consonants, you will hear recordings of all the Greek consonant sounds together with words in which each sound occurs. On the recording and in the textbook, they are in alphabetical order, but here we will look at them in various groups according to the difficulties they may present. Okay, here we go. I'm just going straight into lesson 3. Figure it out as we go. Symphona, consonants. V, it's like a V sound. Valitsa, Savato. So B, D, Z, T, M, S, Phi present no problem as they are almost identical to, respectively, English V in very, TH as in the, Z as in zero, TH as in thin, M as in met, S as in sit, and F as in fit. So we'll hear that right now. Yi, Yos, Ya, H, Agori, 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 Chlamma. Okay, so the G sound is a bit weird. 2 options for that. Ven, Averfos, Z, Mazi. We know Mazi. Kuras, Menos, Athima. I'm guessing that is maths. Thello, Ki, Ke, Kipos, Kinos, G, Akos, Kreas, L, L sound. Lipon, Elinas. Okay, so pretty standard so far. M sound, Mama, Grama, N, En, Ne, Enya. X sound. We know taxi, Xero. Per sound, as in P. Papas, papus, gyrios, andirisi. Andirisi, that's a hard one to pronounce, guys. It's a rolling R sound. S sound. Su, iste, thalassa. T sound. Tu, peritos, afta. Standard T sound. F, PH. Aderphos, fili. Standard, guys. He, or kind of a CH sound. Hero, helia, h sound. Evcharisto, we know that. Thank you. Chol, ps sound. PS. Vipsao, psilos. Very interesting. There you go. Those are alphabet, vowels, and consonants. So I'm gonna hopefully edit this up and get those words on the screen for you guys so you can follow along. And yeah, that would be, I would say, probably a good place to stop for now. Only because it's a long journey. We've got 6 months ahead of us. I don't want to overload you guys too much. And like the alphabet, I would say, is an important place to start because the Greek language obviously has a different alphabet to the Latin alphabet. Which is what most other European languages use. So yeah, I thought that's a good place to stop. Easy to digest. Obviously, I'll kind of read over this again, and tomorrow we'll pick it up with a bit more about kind of consonant groups, kind of like intonation sentences, and we've got obviously the introduction, which I guess is just like very basic conversations and stuff, which we should be fine with, and we should breeze through with very little trouble. And I guess I would imagine it's only for like the first week or so where we'll have lessons which I would imagine are doable, and then it will probably get a bit harder. So yeah, looking forward to the challenge, guys, but we're going to stop there. We full screen this again, guys. So yeah, Linguaphone, we've just started it. First lesson done, or we've done 3 lessons technically, and they were mainly on pronunciations, kind of spellings, things like that, which is very important in any language. But obviously remember, we're not going to get to native level pronunciation. I don't expect us to. The P2 level, according to the European language framework, it is what we're aiming for. And we don't need to sound like we grew up in Greece. As long as we can understand and interact with people, then that's perfect. I'll take that. That's a huge win. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. We'll be cracking on with Linguaphone. Probably won't be daily videos anymore. Maybe. We'll see what I can do. But in general, we'll post regularly, and we'll keep you guys updated on all the lessons, all the progress. And yeah, I hope you guys follow along. Let me know, because Tom raised this, Tom Dev, who I see you by the way, legend, raised an idea of starting a Discord. And I thought maybe we could do that. That could be a good idea if you guys are learning languages and you want to be a part of a community where we learn languages together, stress-free. Like, I'm not going to teach you guys, I'm just going to learn alongside you. Then I think that's something we can look to arrange. And yeah, so that should be exciting. If I do launch that soon, then I'll be sure to add it to like the YouTube descriptions and stuff so you can see it. And yeah, I want to switch this content up with a bit more kind of like maybe like study with me videos and like Omegle language videos, stuff like that. So we'll do that in the coming months. But for now, let's just crack on with it with Linguaphone. We want to get to a decent level. Once we can speak this language, I think things definitely will get more interesting and open up. So yeah, have a lovely day, guys. I'm wishing you a great weekend. As you can see, it's very sunny outside here in the UK, so I'm going to be going out and enjoying the sun, maybe, or just staying here, who knows. But yeah, have a lovely day, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.